Alright, next we have got SpongeBob versus Aquaman. Um, Now obviously this is meant to be a joke battle because they're using the Super Friends Aquaman, which Super Friends is the whole reason everyone thinks Aquaman is a complete joke and a fucking loser in the first place, is because that show just made him look pathetic. He's a lot cooler in the comics, which, if you've watched my Aquaman versus Namor, reaction. Uh, That being said, with how crazy SpongeBob is because he's a joke character in a kids cartoon, uh, even if this was the main Aquaman or the strongest version of Aquaman you could find, I'm pretty sure SpongeBob would still be losing this fight, or SpongeBob would be winning this fight. Fuck, sorry, shit. How did I fuck that up? Uh, but yeah, SpongeBob's not gonna lose, guys. Like, let's just get that out of the way. Come on. It's Super Friends Aquaman. If you've ever seen Super Friends or know anything about Super Friends, or even just seen the jokes about Aquaman, like all those jokes, that's this Aquaman, where all he can do is talk to fish, not even like control them. He just talks to them. That's this guy. I mean, this guy is basically the Deep from the boys. I mean, he's that level of pathetic.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
The infinite ink black depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures.
They're also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans. He's
Of
Wiz
course.
and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It's SpongeBob. The winner is going to be SpongeBob.
The year was 1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War between capitalist West and communist East.
The United States changed history forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled nuclear devastation.
One of their
Yep.
most popular test spots, the site of 23 separate detonations over the course of 12 years for a total fission yield of 42.2 megatons, was Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific
And
Ocean.
start the
Results were
conspiracy theories.
ecological devastation, and perhaps something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom organized into a monarchy under the god King Neptune. It developed a free market economy.
This origin is, of course, just one theory, perhaps contradicted by the fact that Bottom history had its own Wild West, medieval, and pathological cultures. And yeah, but it's a neat theory. If you want to hear some more, go check out Film Theory. I think they've done a few SpongeBob theories.
And a thriving artistic culture.
Even the simplest underwater creatures became capable of complex thought, including the very first multicellular organism to be categorized as part of the animal kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Under the sea.
Oh!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I wanted to sing the song.
I don't
You're
know
no
about
fun.
greatest.
You're no fun, Wiz. Full name Robert Squarepants. Wait, hold on. His actual name is Robert. Bro. Um. Wait, if his name isn't Sponge Robert Squarepants, why did they call him SpongeBob? Why isn't he just Bob Squarepants? Weird. Holy shit, he's 36? He does not act 36. I mean, I know he had a job and stuff. He was trying to get his license. But I never thought he was like in his 30s. Um, Height 0.4 inches. Sorry, 0 feet 4 inches, which is 10.16 centimeters. I feel like he's gonna look a lot bigger when compared to Aquaman, though. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, like, he should be like, fucking, you've seen, if you've seen the SpongeBob movie, you understand. You've seen him next to regular people. Um, Weight 1 ounce or 28.34 kilograms is the Krusty Krab Employee of the Month. Honorary Town Rookie of the Day. And lives in a pineapple under the sea and has outlived the Bikini Bottom
Bob
apocalypse.
may headline one of the most popular children's cartoons of all time, but he's a total dork. He's a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition in life is to continue his minimum wage job as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
Really sounding like a Squidward there, Wiz.
Yeah,
And no
what?
one wants to be a Squidward. Sponge Robert might not have the flashiest life, but he's happy. And that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle, it doesn't. SpongeBob
Fair.
is routinely physically incapable of even the most basic tasks. Almost like anti-Toon Force. He's the biggest wimp in town. Like the
Hold on, okay, I've got to read this because I just read that in my head. In Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob replenishes his health by finding clean underwear. This implies that he shits himself every time he takes damage. Things like this is why I say it's like it was obviously meant as a joke. They're just shitting on SpongeBob, man.
basic tasks. Almost like anti-Toon Force. He's the biggest wimp in town. Like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated the entire planet. Huh.
Oh, we're in for some shit now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Despite being a real sea creature, SpongeBob is more like a kitchen sponge. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he, after all. He can stretch and shapeshift his body any way he likes, duplicate himself through asexual reproduction, and
Bruh.
absorb immense amounts of liquid. Wouldn't
Including
he
the whole
always be
ocean.
full, though?
From an entire lagoon to, oh god, enough water to replace the moon?
Oh, and for some reason he has an insane healing factor.
Sponge physiology, liquid absorption, shapeshifting, duplication, and regeneration, flight and teleportation, imagination. Fourth wall interaction, goofy goober rock, and the Toon Force that every fucking cartoon seems to have.
He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from his body, and literally being unraveled out of existence. Okay, I think we're good. We can just end the rundown here.
No, I need to see how deep.
Of course you do. Fucking whiz. Though he looks as though he disappeared, his disembodied laughter can be heard as the episode ends, proving he's still alive in some fashion even after he was unraveled. What the shit?
This rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his control over bubbles. No, stay with me. This is
No,
unbelievable.
he's
Like
crazy,
a
man.
soapy Green Lantern ring, his bubbles can become anything he wishes, from guided cruise missiles to sentient life and entire bubble societies. That's
Yeah.
a pretty similar effect to his magic pencil, which
Where
can
did you
draw
get that
anything he
boomstick?
wants into existence and erase it from reality just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob sent it back to the surface where it belonged. But in later seasons, he still just has it for some reason.
And finished. I call him Doodle Whiz. Whiz, he's just like you, but I made him with a pencil.
I'm
What
calling the
the
police.
Ah! Oh my god!
Even the mundane becomes godlike in SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5
We are gonna talk about what just happened.
tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 Yoda tons.
That's enough energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over. And
Damn.
SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
He was just fine.
Hydrodynamic
Hydrodynamic spatula, all reliable jellyfishing net, bubble soap and wand, reef blower, karate gear, Krabby Patties, and his magic pencil.
spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon, it's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen. The Krabby
Krabby
Patty.
A
Patty.
burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not
Yeah.
only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. It can nullify mind control, heal wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can ride on the scene transitions, and once cried so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the f***?
What was that you were saying about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice
Yeah.
character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure to prove
Eh, it's alright. He's fine with being a goofy goober. That's what he is. It's who he is.
himself to be a real hero. You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's Crush Plankton's
What
Plan
the
Z.
fuck?
Be a real hero. You think he ever banged that squirrel?
I love how they put nope here. That's, oh my god.
He's Crush Plankton's.
Alrighty, crushed Roboplankton's army flipped a patty so fast that it escaped reality. What does that even mean? Withstood a nuclear pie detonation, stayed awake for 43 days straight, ran to that mountain and back. Want to see him do it again? Bro, oh my god, defeated Plankton, Burger Beard, King Neptune, SpongeBob Steel Pants. Oh my god.
Plan Z won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
His
Bro,
biggest
what?
weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also seasonal rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh boy. There's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right.
What the fuck?
Tribulations and Hasselhoffs aside, it wasn't until SpongeBob accepted himself for who he was that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all. Middle management!
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear.
Damn. I don't know how they did it, but they made that sound badass. Alrighty.
Aquaman,
Aqua
King of the
Loser.
7 Seas.
We've covered Arthur Curry on the show before, and he's actually secretly awesome.
That's right, Boomstick. But the version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Now, you might assume that means this Aquaman is a total loser, but really,
And
have
he
you
is.
watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the
I've
era
seen
when
a lot.
Superman was sneezing solar systems apart. So, get ready.
Art's origin is basically
Yeah,
the
but those were comic books. He wasn't sneezing apart solar systems in the Super Friends cartoons. Alrighty, real name Arthur Curry is 6'1", 325 pounds. God damn, dude is dense. A member of the Super Friends, citizen of Poseidonus. His allies are Aqualad, Mira, and Storm. Really? He's allies with Storm? Aqualad and Mira, I get. That's a weird one. And is the product of human fish, and you didn't have to put it that way. She doesn't look like a fish. She looked as human as Aquaman does,
Same
okay?
as the Silver Age comics. Tom Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. He
Who distinctly the same as the Silver Age comics. Tom Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. He procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from the underwater city of Poseidonus, and from their union, Arthur Curry was born with magnificent aquatic abilities.
And he's the king of Atlantis, too.
Oh, wait, no. It says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's
Yeah,
just
nope.
some guy. with
Yeah.
magnificent aquatic abilities, and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets. He's got an underwater
Jet ski. Why does he need a jet ski? He can swim. Octopus ink cartridges. Heat ray. Water pistol. Why? A net and a communication
ski,
ring.
a net,
He's fucked.
octopus ink, a water pistol, and a portable heat ray to blast right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but, you know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We sure are.
Black
Aquaman's
Manta.
hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants. Which is a lot, I guess.
Aquaman is also an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to Maine in under an hour. That's almost twice the speed of sound. He can create
Oh my
waterfalls and
God.
whirlpools out of thin.
Super strength, super swimming. You see, if he has super swimming, why does he need a jet ski? Aquatic telepathy, water balls, aquatic senses. What the fuck does that even mean? Like echolocation? Whirlpool creation and water absorption.
Water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk to fish, and he can even control
Nope,
people's
nope,
minds
no,
and
you
give
just
them
talk to
seizures.
no, you can only talk to fish.
Actually, that second part is also just from the comics. Cartoon Aquaman can talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
No.
Kind of. He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Wiz, I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses.
Yes.
Aquaman's exploits were so world-renowned, he banded together with Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat. The Super Friends.
Super Friends.
The Super Friends. They're like the dime store knockoff version of the Justice League.
What?
Yeah,
No,
literally.
You've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Flash,
keep going.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, come on.
Apache Chief.
Yep.
Samurai. Black Vulcan. The Wonder Twins. And their pet monkey Gleek.
Wiz,
Stop.
you're embarrassing yourself.
No, wait. His best direct strength feat was when he, moved some trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
The
Just
jokes
stop.
write themselves, huh? Fun fact,
Just-
Aquaman once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr. Waterman. So we're working with a pretty hefty IQ here.
God damn
He's
it.
lame and arguably completely lame. I was convinced I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punching out the animator feat somewhere, but
No, he sucks.
He actually sucks. His best feat is
fuck was
literally
that?
garbage.
I'll take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure.
Oh, what do you mean a bit? He is the butt of all jokes everywhere, guy. Oh my god. Okay. Has defended Atlantis from countless threats, moved 50 metric tons of garbage, lifted a giant boulder, I believe that happened underwater, said to be faster than a barracuda, has dodged laser beams, kept up with the Kryptonia beast Rokon, and has defeated Black Manta, Nepto, Vasa, and Undyne. And if you know who any of those are that other than Black Manta, congrats, because I fucking don't.
But he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic
Looks like they
by
missed,
luring
but
it
sure.
into an iceberg, seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undyne, who looks like a gorilla for some reason, by summoning seagulls to pelt her.
Wait, seagulls? But those are birds. Anyway, another elemental will self-summon a blizzard to completely freeze an oil refinery based on its size and volume of ice. This would be an energy of 2.9 kilotons of TNT. Why does that
With
even get mentioned?
clamshells, he once even outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl monster, Rokan, who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Well, maybe
really?
it's a faster flyer than
now we're
swimmer.
talking. That'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light. And Aquaman's swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home, so that's something.
Could he, though? I mean, could he really? I'm questioning if he could kick my ass, because, like, doesn't he dry out on land? I have to duck and dodge. You know, you know what I mean? I feel like I could avoid him, or just lure him in somewhere that's, like, dry or cold.
Well, not if he's on dry land. If he's
Yeah.
out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies.
Yeah, see-
Never mind, person.
Like, I got this. No difficulty, man. I can survive an hour dodging Aquaman until he starts suffocating, and then, yeah, this is what happens.
Watching at home, just
Okay, apparently the minions are making mustards now. Good to know.
The Tilsonburg Multi-Service
hide for a bit, grab some lunch, and then stomp on his corpse.
But is raw power really what makes someone a hero? Or is it the drive to help others, to be of service, to sacrifice? That's what a hero is to me, and I'd say Aquaman's got as much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
He's gonna die.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. He is still a hero.
We've run the data through
You know,
all possibility.
I mean, think about that. He's this lame, and he's putting his life on the line to save people. You know, he is a hero, but yeah, he's gonna die. He's about to die.
One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
Yep. Not sure how it will happen, but it will happen.
Mermaid Man?
You're not Mermaid Man.
You're not Mermaid Man.
The name's Aquaman, evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city.
It's the my leg guy.
There's only one real hero here, fiend. And he's
A super friend.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum porifera, and you can't just... How about a little karate, Waterman?
It's Aquaman!
Yeah, but in English, that's Waterman.
Of course. He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas, he's mine to command.
But you're not the king of the sea. We established that already.
I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums! Great Neptune!
God damn it.
Get a load of this, Seaman!
Damn it, it's Aqua! Need water powers fading. Is there nothing I could do? Amen. I see it now. A multiverse of Aquaman. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one!
Yep.
I'm a ripoff. A joke. I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say two
Yeah, that's
words.
cheating. That's not yours.
I'm ready.
May the best hero win.
He will.
What?
Are He erased his arm. Damn.
The other side of the universe.
Hey, narrator guy. Yep.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero.
Yeah, he didn't survive that. Good on you, though. You went out like a real hero, man.
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
Still got the name wrong.
KO! What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This was
Fair
an
enough.
incredibly close fight. Gotcha! Obviously,
Yeah,
Aquaman
no.
didn't have a snowball's
Yeah, no.
chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is
SpongeBob is an obsessive fan of the superhero Mermaid Man, an in-universe parody of Aquaman, with the same exact powers. He'd be familiar with anything that Aquaman could possibly throw at him.
throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated.
He'd risk
like when
killing
he and
himself,
Patrick were
though.
trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And it also require the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is
Fair.
This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took
Right.
SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times
Holy
faster
shit.
than light as there are atoms in the universe.
Bruh.
This is the fastest calculable speed feat.
And it's
in our
from
show's
fucking
history. And
SpongeBob.
it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to anything I've been saying?
Good point. Because let's not forget.
Yeah, he would
That's
school
right,
him.
He also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story.
Jeez. Okay. Goddamn, that was crazy. Absurdly stronger and faster. Can absorb more water. Was immune to Aquaman's telepathy. Infinite potential with his powers. And could not be killed by Arthur. The only downside was he's kind of dumb. And Aquaman won the moral victory, I guess, and everything else was a negative, so.
As he's living it. Screw the pencil or the bubbles, he can just will whatever he wants into existence from his imagination. He's a god, a yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why he beats Goku.
Oh,
At least
shut
Arthur
the
finally
fuck up.
got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
The winner is SpongeBob SquarePants, our god.
Goddamn.